Yeah. It's always this time, isn't it? The clock is bleeding red on the nightstand. 2:24 a.m. I told myself I'd be asleep, but the liquor had other plans, and so did you. Yeah. The ice cubes melted in the glass an hour ago. Now it's just watered down regret in the TV glow. The city outside is a graveyard of dreams are still, but in this room the silence is the only thing that's real. Then the screen lights up, cutting through the haze, your name across the glass. It's been 97 days, I shouldn't slide to unlock. I know how the story ends, but darkness makes us lovers when the daylight calls us friends. You say, are you up? Like you don't already know, like you haven't been haunting the hallways of my soul. Your voice in the text carries the scent of your perfume, a ghost in the machine, filling up the empty room. And now the walls are closing in, painted deep indigo, caught up between the stay away and the don't let go. I'm breathing in the shadows, exhaling all the lies, looking for a sanctuary in your digital lies. The logic is fading, the whiskey is winning the fight. Welcome to the dangerous part of the night. It's after 2 a.m. and we're dancing in the ruins again, asking questions we don't want the answers to, my friend. It's a dark kind of fever, a beautiful kind of pain, calling your number just to hear you whisper my name with just 2 heartbeats, running out of time, crossing every border, committing every crime. Nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. they say, but I'd rather drown in you than face the coming day. And the cold blue light, we're just echoes in the dark, feeding the fire with a dying desperate spark. You're telling me you're lonely, sitting on your kitchen floor, tracing the outlines of the ghosts who walked out the door. Is it me you miss, or just the way I made you feel when we were high on the chemicals before the world got real? I can hear you breathing through the speaker, heavy and slow, a rhythm I used to memorize. Everywhere we go now we're miles apart, connected by a signal and a sin, peeling back the scabs just to see the scars within. You ask me if I hate you, I say hate is too much work. I just live in the spaces where the memories like to lurk. The wine is in your system, I can hear it in your laugh. We're trying to build a hole out of a broken half, and now the walls are closing in, painted deep indigo, caught between a stay away and a don't let go. I'm breathing in the shadows, exhaling all the lies, looking for a sanctuary in your digital eyes. The logic is fading, the whiskey is winning the fight. Welcome to the dangerous part of the night. It's after 2 a.m. and we're dancing in the ruins again, asking questions we don't want the answers to, my friend. It's a dark kind of fever, a beautiful kind of pain, calling your number just to hear you whisper my name with just 2 heartbeats, running out of time, crossing every border, committing every crime. Nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. they say, but I'd rather drown in you than face the coming day. Judgmental and rude, in 3 hours we'll be strangers with the lights turned on, acting like the words we said were never really born. But right now the shadow is our home, underneath the cover staring at the glowing phone. Don't hang up yet, let the poison linger in the air. Even if it's fake, I need to feel like you're still there. Tell me another lie, tell me you're coming over, tell me everything you won't remember when you're sober. God, we're a mess of beautiful. chasing the forever that the clock is moving faster. Yeah, it's after 2 a.m. and we're dancing in the ruins again, asking questions we don't want the answers to, my friend. It's a dark kind of fever, a beautiful kind of pain, calling your number just to hear you whisper my name. With just 2 heartbeats running out of time, crossing every border, committing every crime. Nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m. they say, but I'd rather drown in you than face the coming day. The sky is turning gray in the east. The monsters are going back to sleep. At least go to bed, baby.
You look like a prayer I shouldn't whisper. Gold on the surface, bleeding the bone, yeah. You walked in wearing moonlight like a second skin. Symmetry so perfect, it's a cardinal sin. The way you hold your glass, the way you drop your gaze, it's a masterclass in how to set a soul ablaze. I thought I found a sanctuary in your porcelain arms, a holy refuge shielded from the world's alarms. But the marble's cold and incense is thick with lies. I'm starting to see the static dancing in your eyes. Every word you speak sounds like a velvet choir, but you're just warming your hands over my funeral pyre. It's the twitch in your smile when I start to bleed. It's the hunger in you, the insatiable greed for the parts of me that were whole before you came. Now you're the arsonist calling out for rain. You're an architect of beautiful ruins. You're rocking that broken halo, baby, glittering stars digging deep into my skin. You look like an angel, but you taste like the ghost of a sin. Polished to perfection, but rotting within. Yeah, that broken halo's hanging by a wire, leading me straight to the center of the fire. You drink my devotion like it's vintage wine, then leave me broken just to feel divine. Just a circle of glass. I noticed the cracks in the morning light hit the floor. The feathers you left were stained, I couldn't ignore. The trail of victims you renamed as your ex-best friends. A cycle of records that never quite seems to end. You play the martyr so well, you deserve an award, turning your tongue into a double-edged sword. I'm doing this for you, you say with a sigh, while you drain the color from a summer sky. You're a masterpiece of manipulation, a quiet, elegant form of devastation. It's the way you go quiet when I need you most, turning from a lover to a hollow ghost. And I'm the fool still reaching for the glow, even though I know there's nothing underneath the show. You're an architect of beautiful ruins. You're rocking that broken halo, baby, glittering stars digging deep into my skin. all the love you slaughtered past. Burn it down, just burn it all down. You wasted my time. Go find another soul you can climb. Broken. So beautiful, so beautiful, so broken. This is a shadow in a gold frame. I see you now. Nothing much to rush.
The clock on the wall is alive, babe. It says it's 3 a.m. but we're stuck in a loop of midnight. You stepped out of the shadows with that velvet smoke in your lungs. And I let the silence do the talking, because words just ruin the taste. I see the way the moonlight grazes your collarbone. It's a beautiful map leading absolutely nowhere. We don't ask about the day, we don't mention the sun. We just trade oxygen like it's a currency we're both overspending. Your touch is a ghost of a memory I never actually had. Leather on skin, the friction of two tectonic plates, waiting for the earthquake that never actually comes. Just the rattle of the glass and the shaking of my hands. Don't look at my eyes, look at the ceiling. There's no soul in this wind, just a ceiling fan peeling the paint off the walls like the secrets we keep. You're not here for my heart, you're just here for the heat. Give me that artificial fire, give me the chemical burn. We're crashing this car at every single turn. It's just cold lips on the warm air, a hollow thrill in the soul and dead. We're chasing shadows in a pitch black room, planting plastic roses that'll never bloom. Yeah, it's cold lips, no heartbeat behind them. Lost our intentions and we'll never find them. No names whispered, just heavy breath, dancing on the edge of a romantic day. You're wearing that perfume that smells like a goodbye, even before you've even unzipped your coat. I'm a master of the friction, I'm a student of the lie. I'll give you everything you want as long as it's for more. There's a void between your collar and my fingertips, a canyon that don't ask and won't tell. We're just two hungry animals with no names, running through the corridors of a five-star hotel. No pictures on the nightstand, no history in the sheets, just the static of the radio between the heartbeats. I like the way you don't care, it makes it easier to breathe when I know you're already planning the exact moment you leave. Don't look in my eyes, look at the ceiling. There's no soul in this room, just a ceiling fan peeling the paint off the walls like the secrets we keep. You're not here for my heart, you're just here for the heat. Give me that artificial fire, give me the chemical burn. We're crashing this car at every single turn. It's just cold lips on a warm neck, a hollow thrill in the soul in debt. We're chasing shadows in a pitch black room, vanilla plastic roses that'll never bloom. Yeah, it's cold lips, no heartbeat ashes on the rug. You're reaching for your keys while I'm reaching for the jug. The dawn is a witness we didn't invite her to play, bringing back the colors that we tried to wash away. A silhouette in the doorway is a sharp, jagged edge, cutting through the feeble of the promises we pledged, which was nothing. We promised nothing at all, just the body to catch us before we hit the wall. It's just cold lips. It's just cold lips. Now the smoke is clearing in the ashes on the rug. You're reaching for your keys while I'm reaching for the jug. The dawn is a witness we didn't invite you to play, bringing back the colors that we tried to wash away. Your silhouette in the doorway is a sock, jagged edge, cutting through the fever, the promises we pledged, which was nothing. We promised nothing at all, just a body to catch us before we hit the wall. It's just cold lips on a warm neck, a hotter thrill in the soul in this. We're chasing shadows in a pitch black room, planting plastic roses that'll never. Yeah, it's cold lips. No fire, just the smoke. Cold lips, like a punchline to a joke. Oh, keep 'em close, baby. Don't say a word. The silence is the most honest thing I've ever heard. Cold lips, cold lips, cold lips, cold lips. The clock on the wall is a liar, baby. The clock, the clock on the wall is a liar, baby. The clock on the wall is a liar, baby. The clock on the wall is a liar, baby. The clock on the wall is a liar, baby. The clock on the wall. 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 The clock on the wall is a liar, baby.
Here is a complete original R&B song titled Midnight Orchard. It explores the theme of a toxic, seductive relationship that feels like paradise, but is actually a hollow, dark obsession.
Silk sheets and heavy velvet curtains drawn tight. We're rewriting the laws of the morning light. You move like a ghost through the hallway of my heart, mastering the silence that's tearing me apart. The air is thick with the scent of expensive regret, a fragrance I haven't quite learned to forget. You pour the wine, but the glass tastes like copper. A high society king and a beautiful pauper. Your touch is a fever that I'm desperate to catch. The gasoline waiting for the strike of a match. We're dancing in a ball made of shattered glass, ignoring the shadows as the hours pass. You say you love me with your eyes shut tight, losing the battle to the coming of night. And the walls start to bleed a shade of violet. Why is the truth it's a long way down, but the fall feels like flying, doesn't it? We're trapped in a dark paradise, baby, where the water is cold and the nectar is hazy. It's a beautiful nightmare, a golden cage. Each silent kiss is a turning page. Heaven is burning, but the view is so sweet. I'm worshiping the devil at your perfect feet. Oh, it's a dark, dark paradise, paying the ultimate price just to stay in this alive for one more night. One more night, yeah. The clock on the mantle stopped ticking at 4. I don't think I know who I am, and you know you got that mercury running through your veins. I'm addicted to the pleasure, I'm immune to the pain. You look like a finished movie on a broken screen, the most tragic vision that I've ever seen. We're building empires out of salt and sand while the world turns to gray. We're holding hands. Is it intimacy or just mutual destruction? A masterclass in divine seduction. You whisper forever like it's not a threat, but we're both drowning and we're not even wet. The fruit on the trees turning to leaf, feeding on the promises of the words you said. And the walls start to bleed in a shade of violet. Why is the truth always so violent? You're the halo on a falling star. I love the way you hide your scars. It's a long way down, but the fall feels like flying, doesn't it? We're trapped in a dark paradise, baby, where the water is cold and the net is hazy. It's a beautiful nightmare, a golden cage. Each silent kiss is a turning page. Heaven is burning, but the view is so sweet. I'm worshiping the devil at your perfect feet. Oh, it's a dark, dark paradise, paying the ultimate price just to stay in this alive for one night. You told me that hell was a lake of fire, but it's actually just your heart's desire. It's the way you look when you tell a lie. It's the neon glow in a pitch black sky. I'm not a prisoner if I chose the key. I'm not a victim if you're bleeding with me. Let the world crumble, let the stars go dim. As long as I'm sinking, let me sink with him. Break the mirrors, blow the candles out. This is what they warn the saints about. It's cold, it's hollow, but God, it's gorgeous. Keep me here, don't wake me up. It's so dark. The orchard is dying, the leaves are all black, but there's no road leading us back. You're the venom and you're the cure. Nothing this dirty ever felt so pure. Shadows dancing on the ceiling fan. Catch me if you want, catch me if you can. But you're already falling at the same speed, giving me everything I don't think I need. A dark paradise, a velvet tone, a crowded ride in a crowded room. We're trapped in a dark paradise, baby. So dark, so hazy. It's a beautiful nightmare, a golden cage. Look at This is a deep MSA wouldn't be check design, with a heavy, slow tempo production in mind. Think minor chords, distorted bass line, and plenty of space for vocal runs. 2 in the morning and the sky is bleeding charcoal gray. I'm staring at the blueprint of the mistakes I vowed to never make. Your dress is etched into my retinas like a crime scene, a place I should've burned down back in 2018. But the smoke still smells like your expensive cologne, and the silence in my apartment feels a little too much like home. So I put the key in the ignition, turning fate like a dial, searching for the poison that makes me feel alive for a while. The streetlights are blurred like tears I refuse to let drop. I'm a runaway train that forgot how to find a stop. I know the ending, I've seen this movie 1,000 times. You're the beautiful tragedy and I'm the partner in your crime. My pride is screaming from the backseat, telling me to turn around, but my heart, it is a lead weight, dragging me straight to the ground. I'm making excuses, blaming the moon and the rain, but truth is I'm addicted to the specific way you cause me pain. Yeah, I'm shivering, and it ain't even cold, just the ghost of your touch taking a permanent hold. I'm falling again, sliding down the edge of your knife, losing my soul just to feel a spark of your life. It's a toxic ritual, a beautiful pitch black sin. I fought the war, but I let him in. No, I'm falling again, back to the wrong that feels right, chasing a shadow that swallows my light. Don't save me, don't try to be my friend, I'm just a fool falling for the wrong person again. The elevator mirrors show a man I don't recognize, with hollowed out cheeks and a hunger in his eyes. I'm rehearsing the speech about why I shouldn't stay, but as soon as the door opens, the words just drift away. You're standing there in a hallway, half lit by flickering bulbs, the ultimate predator, waiting for my spirit to engulf. You don't even have to say hello, you just move to the side, inviting me back into the storm where I always choose to hide. The air in your room is thick, heavy with the sin of regret, and a dozen other lovers whose names you probably forget. But I tell myself I'm different, I tell myself I'm the one, while I'm staring down the barrel of your loaded silver gun. My logic is drowning, gasping for air in the sink. I'm one touch away from forgetting how to think. I'm making excuses, blaming the wine and the night, but I'm just a moth that's obsessed with the fire's light. Yeah, I'm shivering, and it ain't even cold, just the weight of a story that's already been told. I'm falling again, sliding down the edge of your night, losing my soul just to feel the spark of your life. It's a toxic ritual, a beautiful pitch black sin. I fought the war, but I didn't even know. I'm falling again, back to the wrong that feels right, chasing a shadow that swallows my light. Don't save me, don't try to be my friend, I'm just a fool falling for the wrong person again. Is it love or is it just a recursive loop? Am I the pilot or just a bird in the hoop? Maybe I like the way you break me into pieces, small enough to fit inside your pockets and your creases. I'm a glutton for the wreckage, a student of the storm. I'd rather freeze in your arms than stay anywhere warm. Break me, leave me, use me till I'm hollow. Give me the bitter pill that's impossible to swallow. I'm coming down, but I'm going under. The flash of your eyes and the sound of the thunder. person I become. Waking up next to the damage, feeling cold and feeling numb. I'll gather my clothes like cottage from a shipwreck hole, trying to ignore the emptiness inside of my skull. I walk out that door and swear it's the very last time that I'll ever let your mountain be the one I try to climb. But we both know the truth is written in the dust on the floor. I'm already planning my return before I reach the door. The cycle is a circle, the circle is a cage, and I'm just a character trapped on your dock. This is a deep, slow burn R&B track design with a heady bass beat, plenty of space for vocals. It captures the heavy atmosphere of a couple who knows their relationship ends when the sun rises. The shadows are dancing on the ceiling, tracing lines we used to know, but the air feels different now, like we're waiting for the snow to bury every promise, every forever that we swore. I'm looking at your silhouette against the frame of the bedroom door. You're pouring out the last of the wine, but your hand is shaking slight. We're avoiding the big questions, just trying to survive the night. Your perfume smells like memories I'm not ready to let go. It's a bittersweet fragrance, a slow motion radio show. I see the suitcase by the hallway, acting like a ghost. The thing that hurts the most is that I miss you even when you're close. The city lights are flickering, mocking us from down below. They don't know our world is ending, they got nowhere else to go. So don't check your phone, let the battery die. I don't want no distractions, no reasons to lie. We've got 6 hours of borrowed time before the sky turns gray, and everything we built just starts to drift away. Can we pretend the world stops spinning? Can we act like we're still winning? Just for a second, just for a breath. Baby, be my last time tonight. Hold me like you're trying to keep the soul inside. No more tomorrow, no more we'll try. Just this beautiful tragedy under the moonlight. I wanna memorize the way your skin feels on mine before the morning comes to draw the finishing line. If this is the end of the road, let's go out in a glow. Give me everything you are before you have to go. It's the last time, the last time tonight. Lying in the silence, and the silence screams so loud. We're lying in the silence, and the silence screams so loud. Every unspoken word is forming a heavy dark cloud. Remember when we thought we were bulletproof, untouchable and brave? Now we're just two strangers digging a slow dance grave. I'm kissing your forehead, trying to freeze the frame. Tomorrow when I wake up, the pillow won't feel the same. The cold side of the bed is already calling out my name, and I'm the only one left to take the blame. Your fingers are tracing the tattoos on my arm, like you're trying to find a map to keep us away from harm. But the compass is broken, and the stars have gone dim. We're drowning in the shallow end, and we forgot how to swim. So turn off the lamp, let the darkness be kind. Leave all the maybe next times far behind. We've got 4 hours of borrowed time before the sun starts to peak, and the strength inside my chest starts to feel incredibly weak. Don't say a word, just let the rhythm speak before the colors fade and the outlook is bleak. Baby, be my last time tonight. Hold me like you're trying to keep the soul inside. No more tomorrow, no more we'll try. Just this beautiful tragedy under the moonlight. I wanna memorize the way your skin feels on mine before the morning comes to draw the finishing line. If this is the end of the road, let's go out in a glow. Give me everything you are before you have to go. It's the last time, the last for a ghost I'll never find. We're burning the bridge while we're standing on the edge, tearing down the garden, ripping up the hedge. Is it easier to break if we make it feel this sweet, or is this just a way to admit our total defeat? Don't cry, don't you dare close your eyes. I want you to see me when the old does. I wanna feel the fire before the ash takes over. Stay a little closer, lean up on my shoulder. One last heat wave before the permanent October. On the microwave says it's 4 a.m. I'm counting the minutes, I'm chasing the hem of your t-shirt, of your heart, of the way we used to be. There's a saltwater river flowing down to the sea. You're falling asleep, but I'm wide awake, watching the heavy heart of a legend break. I'll stay in this moment, I'll live in this grace until the light reflects off the tears on your face. Baby, you were my last time tonight, my only time. I held you like I was and the neon's bleeding through the blinds, painting tiger stripes across this mess of mine. I told my shadow I wouldn't pick up the phone tonight, but my fingers know your number like a gospel light. It's a ritual, a stubborn suicide in velvet skin. I open up the door and let the cold air in. You're standing there with that fix me look in your eyes, the kind that turns my common sense into a pack of lies. I taste the nicotine, expensive gin on your breath, a beautiful collision, a little taste of death. You haven't said a word, but the floorboards already know the beat of another night where I surrender and accept defeat. Your jacket's on the floor, my pride is soon to follow. 1,000 promises that tomorrow will feel hollow. You're a chemical imbalance, a glitch inside my soul, the only part of me that I can never quite control. I watch the smoke curl up, dancing toward the ceiling fan, trying to remember when I used to have a plan. But the way you move is gravity, a heavy silent force, taking me off the tracks, crashing me off my course. I'm a moth and you're the furnace, not just a little flame. And I'm addicted to the way my throat aches when I scream your name. My heart is beating in a rhythm that I don't recognize. I see the devil doing circles in your crystal eyes. I know the morning's gonna come with a bit of jagged edge, but right now I'm leaning way too far across the ledge. Oh, it's a midnight addiction, a fever in the dark. You're the gasoline pouring on a dying spark. It's a beautiful poison, a sickness in my veins. I'm addicted to the pressure, I'm in love with the change. Yeah, you hurt like a bullet, but you feel like a drug. I'm digging out the grave while you're putting on the rug. Midnight addiction, I can't let you go, even though you're the lowest of my lows. Yeah, you're the lowest of my lows. Silence fills the gaps where the conversation used to be. Now we just use our bodies to write our own tragedy. You're tracing maps on my back with your fingernails, a story of a ship that's always losing its sails. There's a comfort in the damage, a sanctuary in the pain, like being the only person standing out in the pouring rain. I could leave, I could run, I could change the locks today, but I'm a curated collection of everything you throw away. You look at me and for a story already told. Fix me, break me, just don't make me leave. No, don't make me is peeking through, the gray is turning gold. But I'm still shivering from the stories that we told. You're putting on your coat, you're checking for your keys, leaving me here shaking down on my bruised knees. See you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Yeah, I'll be waiting for the ghost of your face. Midnight addiction, just one more time. This is it. Heavy shirt and beat track title. Ink on the sheet. It is designed with a slow tempo.
Upload 65, 70 BPM.
Heavy sub bass and a slow tempo. Heavy sub bass and the sun stars so from across. There we go, just the glow of the city and the weight of what I haven't said. The ceiling fan is tracing circles in the dark, like the thoughts I'm spinning, trying to find a spark in a room full of ghosts and the scent of your perfume. It's funny how the silence is the loudest thing in the room. I've been curating a version of me that's bulletproof, building walls so high I forgot where I hid the truth. But the moonlight acts like a chemical peel, stripping back the layers till the bone starts to feel. I look at you sleeping, so peaceful, so blind to the labyrinth and mess I've constructed in my mind. I'm a king in the daylight, wearing a crown of lights, but I'm a beggar tonight with hollowed out eyes. I wanna wake you up, I wanna spill it on the floor, like red wine on white carpet leaking under the door. The things I've done to keep us afloat, the anchors I've tied around my own trembling throat. And the air gets thick, hard to swallow the pride when there's nowhere left for a sinner to hide. The clock is ticking like a judge's gavel in my chest. I'm tired of the secrets, I'm dying for the rest. Oh, the dark has a way of making you honest, even when you've broken every single promise. This is my night confession, written in the black, words I probably wish that I could take right back. Underneath the cover talk about the ego. Let's talk about the greed. Let's talk about the hunger that I'm never gonna feed. Every time I told you I was working late in the hills, I was chasing ghosts, I was hunting for the thrills of feeling something more than this numbing routine. A cog in the works of a desperate machine. I spent our savings on a dream that turned to dust. Then I covered up the holes with a layer of false trust. I see the way you look at me like I'm some kind of gold, but if you saw the ledger, you see my soul's been sold. I'm terrified of the morning and terrified of the sun, because the light makes it real and I'm too tired to run. The darkness is a blanket, it's a temporary grace, but I'm drowning in the static of this haunted space. I'm holding your hand, but my palms are sweating cold. The story of a coward that's never been told. And the air gets thick, hard to swallow the pride when there's nowhere left for a sinner to hide. The clock is ticking like a judge's gavel in my chest. I'm tired of the secrets, I'm dying for the rest. Oh, the dark has a way of making you honest, even when you fall and even when you're dishonest. This is my night confession, written in the black. Words I probably wish that I could take right back. Underneath the covers where the monsters play, I'm bleeding out the colors of a shadow yesterday. I'm not the saint you think you're holding in your sleep. I'm the secret that the valley of the shadow has to keep. Dark R&B, soul on the line, confessing to the moon because I'm running out of time. Don't wake up yet, let me finish the list of the moments I failed, of the marks that I miss. I'm a masterpiece of flaws, a gallery of sin, and I don't know where the me ends and the fake begins. I'm screaming enemies, but I'm crying without tears. I'm an architect of doubt, I've been building this for years. Can you love a man who's made of broken glass, or will you sweep me away when the shadows finally pass? The ink is on the sheets, the truth is in the bed. I'm haunting our house while I'm stuck inside my head. Oh, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. Now the sky is turning gray, that ugly bruised blue. The world is coming back and I'm still next to you. The bravery of the midnight is starting to fade. I'm tucking back the secrets, returning to the shade. I'll put on the mask, whoa.
Clock strikes 12 and the ghosts come out. No sunlight in this room, only the blue light, only the smoke. Let's go. The sun goes down and my phone starts glowing. That familiar fever, yeah, it's already growing. You only call when the sky turns ink. Too scared of the daylight to even blink. I hear your keys jingle against the door. The same routine we played 1,000 times before. You kick off your heels, I throw down my guard, but we both know the ending and it's always hard. We don't talk about the weather or how was your day. We let the silence take the words away. You're a masterpiece painted in grayscale tones, a beautiful sculpture made of ice and bones. I touch your skin and it's cold as a glass. Watching the minutes and the hours pass. We're building a kingdom on a foundation of sand, with nothing but a heartbeat and a trembling hand. And the moon is the only witness to the crime. The way we're killing ourselves just to kill the time. No signatures, no promises, no wedding bands. Just two hollow humans with shaking hands. Don't look in my eyes, just look at the wall. Cause if we make contact, we're bound to fall. Cause there's no love after dark. No, just the friction of the friction. Nowhere to go. We're just two shadows dancing on a burning floor. Always wanting more but never knowing what for. When the black sky screams, we find our spark. But don't get it twisted, there's no love after dark. There's no love after dark. The city outside is a graveyard of dreams, but inside this room nothing is what it seems. The candlelight flickers on your silhouette, a silhouette of a regret I haven't felt yet. You taste like expensive gin and cheap lies. I see the reflection of a stranger in your eyes. We're tangled in sheets like a knot we can't untie, but we're both too cowardly to even try. If the sun broke through that heavy velvet drape, we'd both be looking for a quick escape. You're my favorite addiction, my secret sin, the poison I drink just to feel clean again. But don't ask for my heart, it's not on the menu. This is a one-night show in an empty venue. We're experts at the touch, but rookies at the soul. Digging a grave where we should be digging a hole. And the moon is the only witness to the crime. The way we're killing ourselves just to kill the time. No signatures, no promises, no wedding bands. Just two hollow humans with shaking hands. Don't look in my eyes, just look at the wall. Cause if we make contact, we're bound to fall. Cause there's no love after dark. No, just the friction of the friction. Nowhere to go. We're just two shadows dancing on a burning floor. Always wanting more but never knowing what for. When the black sky screams, we find our spark. But don't get it twisted, there's no love after dark. There's no love after dark. Cause it's welcome. For it, the air gets thin. Where does the lie end and the truth begin? You're putting on your coat, I'm lighting a smoke. The I love you we whisper was just a cruel joke. The stars are fading, the gray is coming in, and suddenly I'm disgusted by the state I'm in. You're a ghost in a hallway, a blur in the street, until the next time the night and the lonely me. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? It's a cycle of shadows, a wheel of pain, waiting for the sun to wash away the stain. Now you're just a girl I used to know, with nowhere to stay. dark, no, no. Just a fiction of the fiction. There's no love after dark.
You taste like silver, cold, bright, and heavy. I saw the warnings, but I drank the cup anyway. Now my blood is moving a little slower tonight, just a little slower. Velvet curtains are drawn tight around my chest. You're the architect of the ache, the master of the rest. It started with a drop, a shimmering light on the tongue, a sweet little promise whispered when we were young. But the vintage has aged into something more sinister now. A crown of thorns hidden beneath a flawless brow. I watch my reflection and I don't recognize the ghost. The way you hollow me out while playing the perfect host. You serve me dinner on plates made of obsidian stone. Then you leave me starving, shivering here all alone. But when you come back, you bring the vial, you bring the cure. Each dose makes the vision blur, keeps the motor pure. I'm sinking into the upholstery, heavy as lead, counting the ways you've already pronounced me dead. It's a subtle alchemy, the way you transform my gold to rust, turning every pillar of my temple into pillars of dust. And I'm addicted to the way the paralysis feels, spinning the chamber. I'm obsessed with the click of the wheels. 1 part ecstasy, 10 parts silent catastrophe. You're rewriting the very biology of me. Oh, it's a slow poison dripping down the spine, tasting like honey but burning like turpentine. You're the cure and the cancer, the heaven and the fall, giving me everything till I've got nothing at all. I'm dying in slow motion, dancing in the dark, waiting for the venom to finally hit the mark. Yes, a slow poison, a beautiful decay, and I wouldn't have it any other way. No, I wouldn't have it any other way. My heartbeat sounds like a muffled drum in another room. I'm getting comfortable in the shadows of the film's orbited tomb. You walk through the hallway with that clinical grace, erasing the features, the memories, the lines on my face. We don't argue anymore, we just evaporate, locked in a cycle of refined high fashion. Hey, you tell me I'm glowing, but I know it's just the right, the phosphorescence of a soul that you forgot. Every kiss is a signature on a document of grief. You're the arsonist pretending to be the relief. I try to breathe, but the oxygen is laced with your sin. A debt of devotion that's already been spent. I'm a masterpiece of ruin, a gallery of scars, trapped in a prison where the ego is the bar. It's a subtle alchemy, the way you transform my gold to rust, turning every pillar of my temple into pillars of dust. And I'm addicted to the way the paralysis feels, spinning the chamber. I'm obsessed with the click of the wheels. 1 part ecstasy, 10 parts silent catastrophe. You're rewriting the very biology of me. Oh, it's a slow poison dripping down the spine, tasting like honey but burning like turpentine. You're the cure and the cancer, the heaven and the fall, giving me everything till I've got nothing at all. I'm dying in slow motion, dancing in the dark, waiting for the venom to finally hit the mark. Yes, a slow poison, a beautiful decay, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
suddenly cut my hands. I'm a stranger now in my own promised lands. They say run, but my legs are made of stone. You built a kingdom inside of my marrow and bone. It's cold, it's quiet. The loudest riot is the silence in the room. We're just two shadows weaving a shroud on a loom. Don't wake me up, let the numbness take hold. I wanna see how the rest of this tragedy unfolds. Finish the bottle, pour the rest in the wound. To your twisted vibration, I am perfectly tuned. The clock on the wall has forgotten how to chime. We're existing in a pocket outside of space and time. I see the intravenous drip of your words in the air. I'm losing my grip, but I find I don't even care. If this is the end, let it be aesthetic and grand. A house made of salt on a beach made of sinking sand. You smile like a blade and I lean into the edge, tearing the heart right off of the ledge. The toxicity is the only thing that feels real in a world of plastic. This is the only deal. The mercury is rising.
Here is the complete song lyric. It is written in a dark R&B style called R&B style, focusing on the haunting psychological cycle of dreaming about someone who caused you trauma.
I checked the locks 3 times before I hit the sheet, trying to keep the ghost of you out of the streets. But walls don't work when the haunting is internal. This recurring nightmare feels like it's eternal. I'm sipping chamomile mixed with a little bit of gin, just to numb the shivering underneath my skin. Because night, you were standing by the vanity, whispering the same lies that broke my sanity. The sheets are cold, but I'm burning in a fever dream, trying to run away, but I can't even let out a scream. My vocal cords are frozen, locked in your grip. I feel the poison starting to drip, drip, drip. You're a phantom limb I can't seem to amputate, a toxic frequency I can't ever unrate. And the clock ticks heavy like a hammer. I'm falling down the rabbit hole, lost in the glamour of a love that turned into a razor blade. Watching all the colors of my spirit start to fade. Here comes a shadow, here comes a weight, knocking on my eyelids, it's already too late. Oh, I'm drowning in these toxic dreams again, where you're the hero and I'm the one who pays for the sin. You're lurking in the corners of my REM sleep, diving in the secrets that I swore I'd keep. It's a chemical haunting, a velvet lined cell. I'm waking up in heaven just to find I'm back in hell. Everything is a story atmosphere is deathly still. You're pouring me a glass of something dark and sweet. I know it's venom, but the memory is a treat. I watch myself reach out to touch your ghost white hand, knowing you're the one who turned my kingdom into sand. It's a glitch in my brain, a neurological scar. No matter how I run, you're never really that far. You pull me close, smelling like smoking cheap cologne, reminding me of all the ways you left me all alone. You whisper I've changed while you're twisting the knife, a cinematic replay of the worst parts of my life. Clawing at the curtain, trying to see the dawn, but in this subconscious war, I'm just a pawn. And the clock ticks heavy like a hammer. I'm falling down a rabbit hole, lost in the glamour of a love that turned into a razor blade. Watching all the colors of my spirit start to fade. The darkness is calling, it's taking control. You're a parasite living in the cracks of my soul. To find I'm back in hell. Everything is distorted, everything is great. Why won't you leave me alone when I've already walked away? Toxic dreams, yeah, they taste like copper and regret. Toxic dreams, the only part of you I can't forget. It's not love, it's a nervous system malfunction. Standing at the edge of a violent conjunction between the person I was and the victim you made. I'm tired of being the girl who's always afraid. Get out of my head, I'm yelling in the static. Get out of my blood, pain is cinematic. You're a virus in the coat, a stain on the silk. You're the bitter drop of bile in the glass of milk. I wanna wake up and feel the sun on my face without searching every room for a trace of your grace. But the sleep is a magnet pulling me down in this ocean of memories. I'm happy to drown. Oh, I'm the wolf in your trap, I'm a sacrificial lamb. I open my eyes and the ceiling is cracked. My heart is a drum, keeping time with the fact that you're not really here. You're miles away, but you own every night while I fight for the day. I look in the mirror and I see your reflection behind my own eyes like a slow burn infection. I'll never sleep easy, I'll never sleep sound as long as your ghost is still wandering